Okay, this is Justin with Targeting Alpha back with another video for today. Today's video is going to cover a pre-market scanner to find stocks that are gapping up in the morning. So as you can tell, momentum has really moved its way back into this market. You're seeing a lot of these morning gap plays with extreme follow through. For instance, SES the other day, its first gap up from $1 something in the morning, and it just kind of went parabolic from there over the next 2 days. So I figured I'd make this video for those of you that don't have a page scanner like Trade Ideas or something of the such. This is a good way to find those momentum-based stocks in the morning time on your Thinkorswim platform for free. So you'll want to head over here to the Scanner tab on your Thinkorswim platform, and you're going to have some defaults here. But basically, the way that you'll build this scanner, you can just delete all those if you want, and then start fresh by adding filter, and then select stock, and then change that to last. I set mine to a minimum of $1, a maximum of $20. That's just the range of the stock price. Some people will play stocks under $1 and they'll select like 30 or 50 cents. A lot of people cap this out at $10. But for me, it's not a lot of data to go through, so I do like to see those $10 to $20 stocks as well. And I really don't play many stocks that are under $1 because usually $1 level can be a pretty good resistance level. So that's just kind of how I set things up. You can set it however you want. You can set it up to $100 if you want, but you're not going to get much pulling up on a gap scan on a $100 stock because the percentage moves are just not there typically. So start with that. Next up, you're going to select Add Filter again, select Stock again, and this one's going to be for volume. So pre-market volume is usually pretty low, so I like to set a low threshold here. I go with about 5,000, and then maximum I just leave that blank because honestly, the more volume, the better. Next up, you're going to change it up a little bit and add filter, but you're going to select this time Study Filter. On the Study Filter, you're going to scroll down to Price Performance, then Price Change. It's going to default to Close, which is fine. You're going to change this. I like to go 5%. Some may go a little lower or a little higher, but that's just my preference. That's just the percentage move. Now, I like to play stocks that are, kind of gapping up around 8 to 10% once pre-market opens, but by doing this 5%, it can allow you to get some of these on your chart prior to that move closer to the opening of the market. So it just gives you a little more data. So again, I do 5%. Leave it as the default to greater. I change this to 15 bars, and then I change this to 30 minutes, and then extended hours. So this is what you should see here. Again, stock filter, last, whatever to whatever that you choose for a stock price. The volume, 5,000, no max, and then a study filter. Price change close is at least 5% greater than 15 bars ago on a time frame of 30 minutes, extended hours. And then you can hit scan. Now I always add on this portion the mark percent change. So if you go to this gear icon and customize, you can just add in mark percent change. And then it'll pop up over here, I drag it over here, and then you can kind of filter these by the amount of percent that it's up. Next thing you'll want to do is head over to this tab right here and click Save Scan Query. I name mine PreMarket Gap. You can name yours whatever you'd like, and save. So I usually pull this up around 8:30 to 8:45, and I move things over here to my watch list, which I also have mark percent change on, and volume, which you can always add by customizing and adding them there. Now I do have a video out there on setting up your Thinkorswim platform, so if you're just getting going and haven't done that yet, I would recommend referencing that video and setting up your platform and get some tips and tricks on the Thinkorswim platform. But again, the way you'll pull this watch list up is you'll click on the watch list area and scroll down to personal and scroll over to PreMarket Gap that you saved. And that's going to populate all this data into here. I'll then head over to charts. And what I'll do is I'll start early, like I said, around 8:30, 8:45. And some of the bigger movers, I'll start mapping out support and resistance lines. That way, come closer to the market time. If it does find its way onto your daily watch list, then you already have that stuff mapped out, because from 9 to 9:30, you want to be bringing this in on a lower time frame, like a 5-day, 1 minute, and you want to start drawing your trend lines on the stock. As you can see, this one made a nice gap up, but it's really kind of sold off, so it is not looking very good. I would want to see something that's more holding up here. Now it could break out of this downward trend and move its way back up, but the farther away it is from that pre-market high, the harder it's going to be for that to break through and find some momentum. So if you have a stock that's really gapped up and just consolidated over, then you can look for a breakout above that pre-market high, and at that point in time, you'll usually get a lot of follow through on these stocks. So again, when I get to 9 to 9:30 time, I have a daily watch. So if you don't have one of those, just go create watch list, and you can name it daily watch. And then what I'll do is I'll start to populate from this list down to these. And I usually pick about 3 or 4 stocks off of this pre-market gap to have watched in my daily watch list. So that'll give you the ability to look at these things with a closer eye. If you start to pull too many off this list onto here, you're going to miss some of these moves and you're just going to get confused. So again, as I'm charting these things out closer to 9:30, closer to market open, I start to kind of move them over to my daily watch, and that does allow you to keep a better eye on these things. So now I do have videos planned for the future on a swing trade scanner with Thinkorswim, also a bounce play scanner, as well as a few other scanners that I use when looking at stocks. But this is kind of more of a momentum day trade scalping type strategy. So I hope you guys like this video. Please comment below with any video ideas that you guys have of things that you would like me to cover. Also, definitely thumbs up this video if you do like it. It helps me with YouTube, and that way I can keep bringing you guys more content. I'm only about 2 weeks into this, and I got about 10 videos up so far, so I got a lot of content. I'm really trying to get as much knowledge in front of you guys as I can. I just remember back when I first started trading, it was really difficult to find the knowledge that I needed, and I really wish that I had, some type of mentor. So hopefully I can be somewhat of that to you guys. But you guys have a great rest of your day. Good luck on your trading today. Hope all goes great. Thanks.